You're a fashion designer, you are a tailor, you have so much clients that you're working for. In fact, you have people who are helping you out. You have apprentices, you have workers, you have people that are sewing for you. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, where is the money? You didn't even make it. Okay, so you cannot be looking for what you did not make, even though you had so much jobs to deliver. So, what exactly was or is the problem? The problem is in your pricing. Now, if you stay tuned to this to the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you or telling you three wrong ways or three wrong methods of pricing that is key your fashion business. Okay, we're not going to beat around the bush. Number one is your number one wrong method is charging according to the amount of time that you put into making a dress. Fashion is both service and art, but it's more of an art than service. Other workers, other type of the business can charge according to the amount of time they put into making a dress, but not fashion designers. So tell me, if you're going to be making a dress in 2 hours and another person makes the same kind of dress in 8 hours, do you want to charge less and then let the other person charge more because they're going to be putting so much hours into making the dress? Now, your ability to charge or to sew a dress in 2 hours means that you've acquired the skill over a long period of time and it is not cheap. So, you do not charge according to the amount of time that you put into making a dress. You charge according to the value that you bring. You charge according to your skill, according to your brand, according to the person that you are, which is the value that you bring, your skill, your expertise that you've acquired over a long period of time. Let's also imagine that you're making a boo-boo, right? You're using 2 hours to make a boo-boo, and normally another person can charge 10,000 naira for making that boo-boo. And if you're going to be doing this in 2 hours, does it mean that you're going to be charging like 2K? Because to you, it's just a small thing, it's just a small thing, just here and there, cut and join, and then 2,000 naira because it takes you very little amount of time. That is one thing that is tying a lot of tailors, a lot of fashion designers down. They smallenize. I don't know if there's any word like that. I think I'm the first person saying it. They smallenize the work they do because it comes very easy. It's at the tip of the finger. Just run it and then you want to charge according to the fact that it is at the tip of the finger, but forgetting that you've invested a lot of time trying to acquire and master the skill over some years. So, Jetelos, do not charge according to time, charge according to the value that you bring. Even if it is to sew a line, you know the value that you're bringing, so you charge according to the value and not the time that you're investing in it. Number two wrong method of pricing is charging what every other person is charging. If you go to fashion groups, you see a lot of fashion designers or tailors asking, "Oh, how much should I charge for this dress? How much should I charge for this dress?" You don't charge according to what the other person is charging, even though the two of you are neighbors. That your neighbor is charging 10,000 naira does not mean that you too should charge 10,000 naira. You need to also know the value that you bring to the table. You need to put in your cost of productions. Know your direct costs, know your indirect costs, right? Put everything together. Put in the value that you're bringing to the table. Put in your branding. You might being neighbors with another tailor, but your branding is different from them, right? So you are not expected to charge according to what that your neighbor is charging because both of you obviously are not the same. You need to factor in all your costs, and of course, you're going to divide it accordingly. That you're putting in your cost does not mean all your problems are in one dress, but then you're doing it according to what is beneficial to you, not according to what the other tailors are charging. Even though both of you may be doing the same thing, but your perceived value is greater than that your neighbor, you charge according to it, not just according to what others are charging. So before you go to a fashion group and begin to ask how much should I charge for this, know what and what you're going to be putting into the dress and charge accordingly. No two tailors should charge exactly the same. It depends on what they are bringing to the table, right? Our expenses are not the same. Now, number third wrong method of pricing is charging according to what your clients can afford. Obviously, you know your client base, you know their financial ability, right? And you're expected to charge according to the type of people that you attract to your business. But then charging individually according to what the clients can afford, that should not affect your profits. If charging according to what your clients can afford is affecting your own profits, then you do not have any business sewing for such individuals or sewing for such clients. The truth is that if you charge according to what a client can afford, that same client will come back with the same mentality. And even if the person is referring other people, he or she is bringing those people with the mentality that you're going to cut prices. They don't care if the price slash is affecting you or not. So no matter the kind of clients that you're attracting to yourself, their pricing should not affect your profit, because you are in business to make profits and not for charity. If you charge every client by the fact that they claim they do not have money, the same clients can still go to another place and charge and pay even higher than what he or she is paying you, right? It simply means that they do not value you that much to pay you such an amount of money. And if you're so emotional to begin to reduce price and reduce, they're going to step on you. Okay, so you charge according to still the value that everything boils down to value. According to the value that you bring, and know the kind of clients that you attract to yourself, so that you don't end up being too emotional and affecting your pricing, affecting the profits that you're supposed to be making in your business. Do not give your clients the room to bargain excessively. There is room to bargain, yes, but bargaining excessively is going to affect you, and we don't want that. So if you avoid these three wrong method of pricing and put in the right method of pricing based on the value that you bring to the table, of course, your perceived value, your branding, your expertise, your everything, your costs, especially direct and indirect costs, you put them into practice, you realize that at the end of the day, at the end of the month, after giving off every other thing that needs to be settled, you still have something reasonable that will make you want to get up and go to work the next month. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in my next video. Please, if this is your first time of being here, follow, subscribe, depending on where you're watching this video, either on TikTok or in YouTube, in Facebook, wherever you see this video. Just follow this page, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.